I'm here for now, but sooner or later, I'll just randomly spontaneously die.
We all will.
I'm
We all
here.
will. One day. One day.
That is
Hello. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Dumbass Class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players as always. As we continue our Rogue Trader game. So, in the last episode, as our group got back to the inbred town of Izmir, in the evening, I saw a meteorite, which turned out not to be a meteorite, but rather something crashing in the nearby terrain, with a screaming sound, and at the very end of its trajectory, slowing up a degree. Our group were able to get decent eyes on where roughly it landed, and are now heading towards it. So, are there any last minute things you want to do before you leave your quote unquote base of safety?
We have enough food, right?
I think we do.
We have 18 days worth for 5 people plus 5 additional hanks of meat. If that is only like a day or two's travel there and back again, granted, not like there. So it's like 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 day to there, and then into that actual region there. So if we have enough food for 3 or 4, no. If we can get double our food supply, we should be grand. So can we actually go out of our way to get double what we have at the moment before we set out?
We could go hunting.
We could
It's
just read the
entirely up to
stores.
you. You can go and see what they have in the stores of Izmir, what kind of dried preserves they have, or fresh. Yeah. Or you can go out hunting. Either option is available to you.
I think we just look at the stores for now.
Sure. So as you now look at your cart, go through your things as you're all gathered in the main square. You quickly, turn back round and just go to the trader's place and just rummage through his gear. He looks a little bit outraged, but what can you do? You're the leaders now. So they don't have a huge amount of dried meats, but they do have some dried vegetables. They don't look particularly appetizing. It's more like I think of them like parsnips. They're more of a root. Well, I suppose carrots come under that classification as well. Root vegetables that have been somewhat peeled and dried.
Carrots are indeed root vegetables.
So yeah, it's not great, but it is enough to sustain
Theoretically,
you.
it doesn't have to be dried meat yet. Does he have any actually even just raw meat in stores?
There is some raw meat, but there's not a huge amount. There's probably only enough to feed half the people of Izmir with meat today. But then the hunters do go out and get food. They do pull carrots and other root vegetables up every day. It's just they're kind of crappy, thin, scraggly things.
Okay. Hang on. Can I just see who all we're taking with us again? I can't quite remember. If it just brings us back to the Izmir map.
You lot, Muttermouth and Thomas.
Indeed.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, didn't you want to take? I think actually, let's go back over to the map. I think you did.
Yeah, go back over there because I think we actually brought more than that.
With you. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 2.
See, that's already.
Yeah,
that's our 5. Sorry, that's 1, 5, and then that's 6, 7. So we do need more food. You see. So if we can get enough to boost that up to... If you break that down as 18 days worth for 5 people, it's 90, basically 90 meals worth of salted meat. Divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We should still be good. That's still about 11, about 10 or 11 days worth of food for us all. You can drop that again by another. You can drop that to 9 or 8 or 9, roughly, because I'm using decimals here. Roughly 8 or 9 if you include the if you include the herd beast. So yeah, we should be good on the food front. The light wing leather talons. There's 5 additional hanks of herd meat. We have.
I mean, there is stuff. If you want to leave it at base, you can write next to it. You know, at Izmir or at base.
Yeah.
If you don't want it in the cart.
What do you want to do with the drugs? Do you want to leave them for now, or?
What drugs specifically?
The Windoreth vines, the Duskleaf, hypermetabolics, unknown hallucinogenics, shock stim, and hypoleta seeds.
Those are not perishable, right?
Drugs? I don't think so.
No, they're not, but I would suggest taking them. Maybe to see them.
Yeah. I'd rather we keep those.
Did you say to season?
Me or Albie, I said.
Albie.
I said to keep the seeds.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you said the seasons. Like, what the fuck kind of night you have planned?
I mean, Poison Night, Poison Incest Village.
Oh boy. I don't think we want to poison Incest Village.
Yet.
I mean,
what tactical advantage would that give us in this moment in time?
Push the heretic
A
for
lot
the
of free
Messiah.
housing.
Well, a lot of work too.
It is easier to gentrify a new city if the old inhabitants are gone.
Yeah, but how are you going to refuel the city?
I don't know.
Well, they're fine at keeping themselves self-sufficient at the moment, correct?
Yes.
We should be good on food.
And although since you've come, they've had better food. Obviously, the hunters were more successful when you were around.
Did we sell the ploins? No, we bought them from those guys to bring here to make into ploin juice, and then. Okay. Okay. I've forgotten my whole marketing scheme to get people drunk and addicted. It's been too long.
Wrong community.
No, I know, but I have my notes for how to do it, but I can't remember how the fuck I did it. I was supposed to do it. It was all in shorthand. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. I didn't realize you added that, guards and guides. We kind of already have that, though. That's fine. I could drop off these hanks of meat to be salted and added to the food supply for the rest of the town, and then just keep what we have for ourselves. We should be good. Does anyone need ammunition or another bow, arrows, weaponry?
I mean, a Titan would be nice, but I don't think we'll get them here.
I don't think we can get a Titan just like that, dude.
Hey, there's a Titan somewhere on this planet. We're gonna fucking get.
You know, there's a Titan depot.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's not gonna just be us walking there and oh look, we have access to Titans now.
Maybe not for you, but I'm blessed by Omnisire.
Yeah, but what if there's a bunch of crazy chaotic mutants over there?
Burst them in the name of the Omnisire.
Yeah, which might not be that easy.
Well, that's why we first need to get access to the fortress, get some chimeras with flamethrowers mounted on them, and then charge it.
Okay. I'm gonna stop.
So do we need anything else grabbed before we head off? Because I think I'm fine.
I should be.
Bedding?
I have
Very
my
well.
blanket. I'm fine.
If you are all ready to go off. You set off. Like you said, basically, like you already worked out. Takes you a day of traveling to get to the mouth of the Screaming Valleys. You travel along the river's edge, making best use of those diagonal corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, basically, you come to the entrance of the Screaming Valleys. So, walking along the edge of the river, you're able to gather water as you go and get drinks as you need. The wildlife around doesn't seem to be all that active. At the very least, you don't really like Muttermouth being the better tracker. Keeps out in front and looks around and doesn't really see anything to notify you of. But Thomas is in the wagon and seems to be rather bemused and fascinated with everything that's going on around here, because he's lived in the forests and the up in the north. So kind of interested, and he's watching the inbreds as they walk and hobble and bicker and argue. Quite amusing for the Foxman. As you get closer and closer to the opening, he becomes more and more interested at the geographical location and the geology of the canyons, and something that you guys have already seen. But as a reminder, the opening into this canyon, it's basically a sheer cliff surface all the way along, just pure clear. It doesn't go up horrendously high, but there are almost no openings. It seems as if whatever god created this world, or geological marvels, just put mountains all the way along as an impassable blockade. And then there is just this perfectly cut opening that is the area that you are now standing in. Again, when you stand here, you just like take it in, and you're looking around. You can hear this faint metal screeching scream. It seems to echo through the valley walls. Come out again. There is smoke as you look up, but where the mountains basically are so high, the valley walls, whatever you can't really see the depth of where the smoke is coming in from. You know that it's in that direction. You can easily see, and again, I'll not point with my arm, but point with a pointer. You can tell it's in this direction, but you don't really know how deep in at this moment.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone would like to do as you're in this location?
Well, first things first, we need to take recce of the fucking area because big spider thing was last spotted coming from this region, if I recall correctly.
Indeed.
So
I just want to look around. So,
ooh,
oh, that's a nice map. I like it.
hey, that's pretty fucking cool.
Huh. I
like
wonder
the
why.
shadows.
I wonder why that hasn't actually shown up. That's interesting.
Is it me, or is that white outline supposed to be there?
No, well, so I didn't turn the fog of war on, so that's why the white outline's there. So I'll turn the fog of war on, and I'll hide all of that.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
Because well, there's also meant to be a wall that is shown, but the wall that I've drawn isn't being shown. It's a little bit weird.
It might be in the GM layer.
Yeah, I don't remember doing it in the GM layer, but it might be. No, I don't know where it is. Oh, hang on. What's that? GM layer. I'm on that now. No. No. No, I don't know where it is. But anyway, so I'll just do it with my. So this area over here is the impassable mountainous wall, and this is the precision cut. Okay, it looks a little bit more natural than what I was describing, but hey ho. Yeah, precision
It makes
cut.
sense. It's more natural, or it's more precise than what you probably see in nature, to be honest with you.
Although at the same time it kind of works because it has obviously been weathered, because you do feel the winds blowing and it's not that strong, which is why you can hear the sound of the metal screaming screech.
Metal in here somewhere.
Yes, this is the entrance to your area. By all means, if there's anything you want to do it here, and if not, you'll be heading in. The inbreds, because no one asked, don't seem too happy. They kind of clutch, staying close together, and then not looking particularly happy at this hearing this screaming, screeching sound.
I want to clear my rolls real quick before I do this.
I'll do the same, but I can't roll what I usually roll. Okay.
Fucker! I knew I should have fear pointed. Okay.
Do I see anything with my waters? Other than what you already described?
So, with your awareness check, as you're...
That is 2 degrees.
Yeah. As you're looking at the wall face, it doesn't look as if you could climb this surface. So you pretty much quickly, you look at it, you're like, well, without any climbing, obviously with advanced climbing gear you could, but without climbing gear, you're like, well. So you look round and you come more to where Cray is now, towards the mouth, the entrance. As you look down and you can feel the wind blowing you in the face, and you can get a taste. A metallic, metal, rusty kind of taste is actually on the air. Kind of. And where? Maybe in the metal shops of Kimura, in the lower parts. Maybe that's somewhere where you would have tasted and smelt that type of rust being cleaned off and polished, and it's in the air. This is different. It's more accurate, but it's still very similar. And that screaming, screeching noise, you're not entirely sure. Maybe there's a touch of static, but again, you can't entirely be sure if that's not just the reverberations of the valley walls. As you look around more along the lines of human-ish height, along a couple of the walls. So we're now looking at these walls leading inwards. It goes in a little bit further, probably another 30 foot. I don't know why it's in foot on this map, but it is. I need to change that for the other maps. There are marks on the walls. They're really faded now. Really faded. You can just about make them out. And when you lick your finger and you put some moisture on the walls, on the spot on the wall, it shows up far more the difference between the weathered rock and the weathered burn mark upon the rock. Can't be exactly sure, but it's possibly a las type of weapon or an energy class weapon. Old.
I'll mention this to Cray. Ask what he thinks of this.
Well, there's obviously there was a Alaskan firefight lately here.
What about the other part? The taste in the air. Don't you feel it, Metal Monkey? You more than anyone shouldn't you?
I mean, probably the ionized atmosphere due to the re-entry. Probably an excess in ozone. Nothing to worry about. Onwards to our loot. I've just realized. Do you think we might be able to commandeer this vessel?
If it's crashing, okay, I doubt it. I was asking what I was about to say. What the hell that thing is? But it's it's Bessie. It's just at a weird angle.
Yeah, she turned to the side, and it's like Peppa Pig when you see her face on. It's just like you should never see. Like you should never see. What do we do? Right. We do Manhattan, and we do
what?
We do. That's a measurement thing. There it is. We don't do feet. We do meters.
1 meter per square.
1 meter, not 5 meters. There we go. Glorious.
Can I do a charm test to try and calm these guys down and make sure that they stay kind of... They're more here as laborers than anything else, so I don't really want them in the front lines. So if they can stay towards the middle of the group or close to Bessie at all times.
Sure, you can do that. You gain a plus 15 at the moment with them.
Oh, shit, boy!
6 degrees of success. Yeah, you easily calm them down. They're no longer quite as racked with anticipation. A darker side of anticipation. You know, they're looking at this and hearing these noises, and they don't know what it is. And it seems to scare them an awfully lot more than what it is affecting you lot. But no, they steel themselves, and they're like, no. The leader man says we'll be fine. Says we can stay at the back, so you know we'll stay with Bessie.
Yeah, I do think a little bit of information gathering would be pretty good though. So maybe Mothermouth could ask if what the local legend of the area is.
He looks at you and he's like, Really? Next to these two? What to hear what the fetids know of this place?
No, not what the fetids. If you want to tell me what the fetids know of this place, don't do it in their fucking language. But from these two, what is the Izmirian local legend for this place that makes them so scared?
Oh,
Not just the noise.
Okay, so it probably takes about 5-10 minutes for them to remember up this fable. It essentially has to do with someone trying to escape from an evil man, a bad man, or from hell. They're not quite sure if it's one of the paths that the old guy was. Like, the old man, or the old elder, seemed to know far more about what was going on, and he didn't really pass that information on. So their recollection of stories that they heard when they were much younger has become very addled. So they don't even know exactly, but someone did something bad, or someone was trying to escape someone who was bad, and they were imprisoned here. And the sounds of them being tortured was a magical. They were put on this spell that they would never ever die, and their voice would forever ring out this torturous scream of them, so that no one would ever try and escape again, or no one would ever go against the bad men again. So for them, it's very much a warning. It's a do not come here. You are not welcome here. Kind of fairy tale fable kind of a deal.
Okay.
Mouth and Thomas are
Okay.
kind of like, huh. That's what you think, okay.
All right, and if they want to go over there now, basically, if we can say I asked them that while I was trying to calm them down, then I send over towards Bessie, and now there's a little bit of quiet time. What Mothermouth would tell me of this place?
So Muttermouth pretty much just looks at Thomas, and he just wanders off into the entrance more to scout out the area. Thomas looks at you and kind of puts his foxy hands together in a very Mr. Burns like manner. Bet it's no that traders, metalmen went in this direction. Not exactly this direction.
At the sound of metalman, a Grey appears. You say metalman?
Yes, much like you, Cray, but not same. They went in this direction. We know that much. Yes, but we know from other means that they not stay in one big group. Rogue traders say that 39% of his tech priests, metalmen, stay with him. The rest go on. He thinks for a while before a crusade for technology.
I see.
From what we know, after big battle, second betrayal of Fetids, calamity. That not all tech priests were accounted for. Most die. Yes. Some not so. No. We think that some were swayed by those that dwell down south in old city ruins. that where army come from. So let it think they may be rogue trader, but no proof.
Okay. Cray, what do you think about that?
We'll see.
Ah, yes. Mechanical indifference. What else did I expect? Okay,
We
so
have to see what where we
well,
will find them.
the main takeaway of that is we could be expecting some. At least my understanding of it is we could be expecting a few not pleasant metal men. So just keep an eye out.
I'm just going to quip. Are there ever any good metal men?
I go to point at Cray and then kind of shrug.
So, as you have an option now. You have one more move before the end of the day. You want to move in,
yeah,
and then make camp, or you want to make camp here.
I think we should probably make camp here, to be honest with you.
I say we move in.
I say we make camp. We don't want to be caught, with our pants down.
Let me see.
2-1 on the
And by
PC.
that I mean-
So camp begins to be made. So
Not at the entrance directly. Not here. Much more further up.
okay, you can make
Using
your
this
camp
as
further
cover.
up. So as you begin to make camp, you do notice that there is a shadow on the. So the best way I can explain this is in the valleys it gets darker quicker. Kind of makes sense. So about half an hour, you guys have gathered up the firewood. You've prepared your camp, unhitched the herd beast. Food is beginning to be, washed and cleaned and prepared. As you reckon that the sun probably went down inside the canyon valley type area. No, canyon, more of a canyon. So, you gather around and
Be right back.
begin setting up your fire and making your camp and so on and so forth. The screaming, metally sound that comes from the canyon mouth, as the hours go by, it does intensify and it does drop. Great, if you want to stand by the canyon mouth, you can tell that it really does seem to be the more the wind blows through, the louder the noise is. But it seems to be pretty much just that. But as some of the others are kind of just waiting for food to cook, washing up and doing things to kill time, you'd notice that there's no real wildlife around here. Like, there are none of the birds that fly around and chop shit up with their wings. There's none of the, like, as you go to the river, which is a lot larger than what's on screen, you can see that there are some fish and some crustaceans and small, tiny little things about. Don't really see any big fish in the river directly, or if you do see them, they're right out in the middle and they seem to swim very quickly away from the mouth entrance. Apart from that, nothing much happens as you hunker down, and the 61st day becomes the 62nd day.
Like, probably not. Valemus?
Nothing much. There is no wildlife or anything much around the cave mouth.
I mean, the noise that would come through here kind of scares everything away. So it doesn't
Pretty much.
really surprise me.
Pretty much. So you all push on the 62nd day. You begin your move into the Screaming Canyons or Valleys or whatever the fuck this place is called. Should be canyons now. I'm thinking about it, going, why is it called a valley? A valley is a straight, it's a canyon is a winding path with, Yeah. Oh well, never mind.
Valleys, technically speaking, aren't all that straight,
Not always.
Not always, but they can be like, so the valley where you go through where between the Ployne Tree and Izmir, that in my head is a valley. It's a high sides either side with a small river that cuts through, whereas this is very much a canyon because it's large rock walls which have been eaten away by water flow over. Yeah, anyway. So you can push into the canyon. You have all day to go. Can I actually? Oh, it's because I'm on the Soon Coon screen. That's why. I click on his screen, going, why can't I move it? Why can't I move it? Right.
Okay. So
I'll be quite on edge while I'm moving around, and I don't have a fate point, so yay! Ah.
I want to look for
Oh.
smoke. Oh my god.
I will not reroll because
Yeah.
I just want to see what the double 100 fail is.
I can't reroll, so
I will spend a fate point. But oh my god, what the fuck?
What is wrong with our rolls?
I mean, Heinrich is doomed with terrible rolls outside of combat. For some fucking reason.
Kalindra is doomed with every roll.
We'll give one of the other player characters a roll as well.
Yeah.
So also give the other NPC, or do those two as the fairies, then those two as the inbreds. Okay, so the inbreds are too scared with everything that's going on. As you're moving in, they're still staying together with the herd beast, and Thomas is riding the herd beast, but Thomas is a little bit too. He's just fascinated with everything. So he's kind of taking in everything that he shouldn't be taking in, and ignoring everything that he should, which isn't really very good for him. Whereas Mattermouth is again at the front, being more of a tracker-esque character. He does get a success, but not by much. So you're moving through the canyon, and you're moving for about an hour now. It's very windy. There are a couple of points where you come to a fork in the canyon, and you take one path, and it very quickly becomes a dead end. Okay, it's a natural dead end. That's kind of a bit odd. You double back and you carry on walking, but it's odd because the screaming you could have sworn was coming from both directions, as if they were both open. And again, now that you've been in the canyon for an hour and a half now, as the wind blows more, the screaming is louder, and as it blows less, it's quieter. You start, an hour and a half in, you're moving further and further, and you start noticing bits of red, like a dark, really dark red, just in the sandy walls, and you look around, and is that? If you look at something from a distance, we'll go with Heinrich. Is that a metal plate that's rusted and turned the sands around it a reddish colour? Where is that a bullet in the wall? And that's why and again, it's more of a sandstony type stone around in the canyon, and it seems to have leached out and stained part of the wall a rust color. It's about another 15 minutes or so before you start hearing it's a very low, raspy, like the screeching sound is above this noise. But as you like put your hand to the canyon wall or to some hard rock, you can also feel this very faint
Okay. Ray, would you know of anything that does that?
Is this vibration anything familiar to anything similar to mining operations on a forge world or a resource extraction world?
Resource extraction world, yes.
So I would recognize it as a giant.
Maybe not giant.
Exhumer.
Doesn't have to be giant.
Well, for us to feel that vibration very strongly.
Not strongly, quietly, and you can hear it more than. But you put your hand to the rock, you can feel as you hear. You can feel minor vibrations.
Can I roll tech to determine how far away it would be, or the average size?
Not really, because mining operations go from a man with a pick to a servitor with a digger to a ginormous machine that rips into the earth.
So would distance be a thing?
If there wasn't the screeching sound over the top, and again, you're in a canyon, so any noises that you're hearing are vibrating from within the canyon, so any guess would be a massive estimate, because you don't know if the canyon's making it a very loud noise go much further as it's vibrating down the walls, or if it's someone who's just a few 100 meters away, but the canyon's making it sound larger. If you see where.
I see. Would I be able to determine if this is what kind of tech level mining this is? If this is with a laser or just with drills and steel?
So as you sit and you listen to the sound, and your hand is on there, and you can hear this faint. You feel that there's a vibration that's going through. Well, it's definitely not a pickaxe that's causing that. So you imagine something motorized or very primitive motorization, or because you've been on this world, possibly it could be some wind turbine pick monstrosity that they worked up. But again, it could also be an auto jack that's just on its last legs.
I see.
Can you get a rough idea of what direction it's coming from?
I mean, since this is a canyon, I think it's only one direction.
Yep, you already went down a fork and then returned back and then carried on down.
I mean, this isn't like we're on an open plain. This is like...
No, good point. I think I got a bit sidetracked there with my... I just keep getting pinged with some shit here, sorry. Yeah, I got a bit sidetracked with that, sorry. Okay, so if our only way is to go towards it, there's no sign of smoke or anything from a crash or anything else in the nearby facility that would indicate where this ship came from, or where the hell it was.
Walls are too high at this moment. You can see that there's smoke, But again, as you look up, the smoke plume has enlarged at that point. So you know that you need to head in the general direction, but you can't. It's not like a campfire from long distance where it has a very small starting point and then gets larger. Yep. You're looking at the large part.
We need to move to the next fork then. Take it slow, take it easy. Try not to draw too much attention to ourselves. How's that sound?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so you push in deeper to the canyon. As about another 25 minutes, give or take, goes by. The sound gets louder. And you begin seeing
the whining or the vibration.
So now you can actually hear the sound of it much clearer. It's not just this faintness on the wind. And as you get closer, would you like to roll me perception or awareness?
Not again.
I'm happy I just didn't stub my toe there.
Boop, boop. Oh my god, what? What?
Yay! 6.9!
Nice.
That's bad for you. That means Slanesh has just spotted you.
Yeah, but it's a 5, so it's fine.
So as
it's the meme number.
you're walking down the canyon path, there's no crossroads here. There's no splits. You see something flash, Elindra, in the distance. Only briefly, just there's this metal flash. You stop dead. Muttermouth is not far behind you, stopping. And again, you can hear this. And as you stand, and the others are perhaps just catching up, just noticing that you and Muttermouth are looking at something. It glimmers again. What would you like to do?
I'm going to look.
Go ahead.
I'm going to look at Cray, motion for him to come over, and I'm going to point at the thing. And I'm just going to say, tell him, what the fuck would that be, if you can see that?
I assume I see it. Do I recognize the markings?
Albie, I really do wonder if you actually listen to what I say at all.
Guys.
Yeah.
There's a flash of metal. It's a flash. The light has caught a flash of something that, as it moves, there's a flicker.
Yeah, I thought I would have maybe seen a marking or something on the...
There's a flicker. Do you want to move forwards and see what is causing the flicker? Or
I will move cautiously forwards to determine the nature of this metal thing.
I'm going to hang back and I'm just going to say, good luck, Metalman.
Okay. So, the group stops as there's this flicker of metal every, 15 seconds in between the there's a flicker of this flash catches something metal glinting in the sun. You can't see because as it moves and catches the light, when it moves back, it can't be. It's not visible. So you very slowly and carefully creep, come round the edge of some rocks. You have eyes on the most raggedy ass servitor you think you've ever seen. This thing is fucked.
Oh,
but it continues its what you're only guessing is its final function. to dig at the walls. As you are shown.
Ooh.
Up north, people. Up north.
Oh. Oh wow, you find a servitor token that's not just the fucking generic one from the book. That's
Yeah.
amazing. What the
And this
That
thing,
is one ugly motherfucker, though.
and this thing is, as I said, fucked. It doesn't seem to be of any standard template construct that you're aware of, as the organic parts of the torso and head are left almost intact. The arms, legs have been replaced completely, and when you almost scoff at your own thoughts, because you were like, oh, it could be an auto jack on its last. It fucking is an auto jack on its last legs. Oh damn it! That's the wrong key.
You Control Z rather than C. Oh yeah, Shift Z, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
That is.
I do that too many times. That is
ugly.
horrifying. That's either desperate tech priests or heretics. That's out of character more so than anything else.
It is a like Heinrich. You've never seen an abomination for a servitor like this before. You've seen old servitors which are run down and on their last legs, but these things are on a different level. You're surprised that it had anything that was actually shining, but now that you have a better look at it, it wasn't a piece of metal, it was glass. One of the sensors on the side of its head was just flickering and catching the light. Its legs, like one leg seems to just be pushed back as the jack is, and it's not powering up properly, it's misfiring, but the stone that it's hitting is one complete piece of stone, which is causing vibrations to be increased. It's like hitting a piece of marble, a solid piece of marble, and it's just going to send the vibration further on down the piece. But again, it really doesn't look like it's Omnisire blessed approved, Gray.
I'm telling you, heretics.
And I don't have Forbidden or Heretic, so I guess it should be Mechanicus to determine if it is or Machine Cult.
He's telling you it's not.
Well, it's nothing that you've seen that it could be an unknown template. It could be a different, as you said, Getty. It could be a desperate cult of tech priests just trying to make do with what they've got, or it could genuinely be a heretical servitor. You don't really know until you start poking and prodding. I would again note this thing is fucked. It's rusted and the joints are covered in this black,
Do I see any
dirty grease.
on off switch?
On a servitor.
I mean, you never know.
It is a servitor, though, Getty. They do have those, don't they?
No, not on off switches.
No. You
Like a tech priest
need
plugs
to.
in.
Yeah.
It's like in Oni War, when I was shutting down the servitors, I was connecting to them. So if
You're
that
putting yourself at risk,
servitor had a scrap code within it that was sending it rampant, when I connect to it, I connect to the scrap code. That's the
You have to.
side.
Yeah, you're basically interfacing with the servitor,
Yeah.
or you have to find its control panel.
Otherwise, stealth units would be rather good, because they could just turn all the servitors' manual switch on off, so a tech priest has to come down and turn them on again.
It could be like that old Star Trek joke that box on-off switches in his butthole for some reason.
I'm not going down there. So, as you you see this servitor crate, do you want to move closer to it and examine it, or do you want to? Like Thomas is quite interested. He's quite close and like, what?
I would try to go closer and start to interface with it.
What is that?
Okay. So you go over to this busted ass, rusted, fucked, really dodgy looking servitor, and you look for an input port. Do you want to confirm this action as you find the input?
Yeah, can I just say, like, if he's gonna try and put something into it, I'm gonna like stop. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but it's like, do you really want to? Do you really want to stick your dick in that?
It's not my dick, it's just a cable.
It may as well be with you tech boys.
I mean, why don't you try? Anyway.
I have a rule: I don't stick my dick in crazy. Which is why I don't have a litter running around.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Right, is there anything I can do to start up an antivirus program or something?
No.
A VM or something, so that when I interface I don't get infected?
No. Like Albie, your character has never even seen a scrap code, as far as I'm aware. My character in Rogue Trader has seen one once. We've seen two once. The ones that he found in the Inquisitorial Black Site.
I'm just asking.
It's not... Yeah, and I'm explaining to you. It's not something tech priests just have knowledge of readily and available. It's something that you have to be in the upper echelon or to have it shown to you, to have it... Like, if you were a specialist tech priest who dealt in cybernetic warfare, then I'd be like, okay, in your backstory you have this, but you haven't stated it anywhere in your backstory.
I mean, fair enough.
So it's not something I can just give you just because you're a tech priest.
Well then, with my explorator, I stick my cable in it.
Right, so you go to put your blessed cable into it. It doesn't fit at first, but then you wiggle it around. The rust kind of pings off, and you connect into it.
Fuck's sake.
I need a willpower test with a -30 as the tormented and pain-ridden screams of this individual's mind rip through your blessed circuits.
Can I use intelligence?
No, it's a willpower test.
Damn it.
Jim said he'll be right back. He's currently at
I saw
5,000 milliseconds.
Yeah, I did see that. His internet's gone fucked.
Right. Yeah, I don't have anything I can use with this. Alright. Corruption, here I come. Or insanity.
Okay,
yeah, I'm not reloading that.
So,
I have a target of 8.
So, with 6 degrees of failure, I'll need a 1d10 plus 3 for your insanity. As you plug into this, ooh, bloody lucky. As you plug into this, what you think is just a servitor input port, these servitors are clearly abominable. This is a psyker.
What?
And they are screaming through their cybernetics, through their blessed, because all cybernetics that attach to the mind have a psychically reactive crystal within them. And it is just pouring into your port. And you can just hear this voice screaming. you jar away because this is not what you're expecting, Cray, as you rock back, snapping your head like in a jerking, snapping motion. You fall to one knee. Can I get give me another willpower test? This time I'll give you a +10 to try and just rip the port out of the socket.
Okay.
Can I help him?
Do I get anything because of my insanity being 16?
No. I think it's 30 at the first one in Rogue Trader. I'll have to double check.
Okay. Willpower +10?
Yes.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Craig,
I'll be
you just start screaming, clutching onto your own head as your own cybernetics seem to burn with the pain and intensity. However, Heinrich, as you see Cray take a knee, try to go for the cable, but then just grab his head and start screaming, you can yank the cable free.
Yeah.
yank
It'll
me.
be sore, but I'll do it.
So again, the rust almost seems to hold on to the cable, but with a bit of force, you are able to yank it free. Pray it takes you a few moments to just collect yourself. As you swear, you hear a binaric info put, download sound, as if you've been taken data.
In transfer data?
I hesitantly opened this thing.
So you get a it's basically a data blurt. It's difficult because your brain is augmented because you're an Adeptus Mechanicus.
Indeed.
You don't have the eyes or the ears senses to be able to see or hear the binaric code that's been installed, but you essentially you can sense it and you can read it within your mind, just like a data blurt, something that you would have experienced. It's normally more on the neusal sphere, the neural sphere. It's normally more along something like that when alert comes into your mind, like all tech priests to their stations, or an update about something important. It's more along those kins, or along that kin of line. And it states property of House Osrail. Shit, what was the rogue trader's name? I've got it written down somewhere.
1 second. Oscar?
Oscar, yes. Property of House Oscar. Thievery will not be accepted. Thievery will not be allowed. Essentially, it's a warning for you not to steal property that doesn't belong to you. But what happened there? And again, you're on the floor, like you've taken a knee. You're not screaming anymore, and you're just a security program. What madman would use a psyker and install a something really doesn't seem right, and yet the servitor continued its actions. It didn't normally when you input into a servitor, it will halt its actions, even if it's just for a second, because it's like command input. No command, carry on a previous action. But there was none of that. There was no delay at all.
Would I know how to shut down servitors?
Well, yeah, you'd put your input in, do a tech use test, and then you'd shut it down. You really want to put your input into that again? And again,
Not while it's alive.
you don't understand properly why he's still alive. Because it's a psyker screaming, and it was when you connected that you gave it an output for that energy. Like, if it was a serverized psyker, it should be dead. It should be null. It should be like, okay, it still might be a psyker. It might be a battery that a psyker could use, you know, it's possible. But why would it, like, you'd have their pain nodes killed. You'd have their, you know, so they're not actively screaming and using their will.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
To feed into the myth of the area.
Why is that not revealing?
Got away.
Reveal myself.
No. Don't wanna.
Only from the groin down. What the punters want to see. What YouTube will allow them. So yes, would anyone else like to take any actions? Do we have a Jimothy back, or is his
No, Jimothy is not back yet.
Oh, glorious, glorious, glorious. Down one degenerate. Sad. Sad. Sad.
I mean, if I was told all that, it sounds to me like this is where the story is coming from. The story has come from. Like this seems to be like it could be a penal servitor. That's why the screaming's still there.
It could.
Although I'm half tempted. I was half tempted as soon as fucking he started reacting really badly to just pull out the chainsaw and just annihilate it.
I mean, that's also not an action that you could say would be unacceptable. But again, it's still just performing its feeble action. And again, when you look at the rock that it's working on, it's not really making any progress either.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let me see. I don't think I have. I was going to say, let me see if there's anything I have on it that could help, but I don't think there is really.
I have returned.
Hello. Hang on, vault close.
When would I know of any way to terminate a servitor without damaging its data things? Or if there is any kind of battery I need to kill?
You could attempt to pull out the connectors to the limbs.
You just start yanking out cables. I mean, you chop off its head in one clean stroke.
So if I obliterate his neck and leave his head intact, it should be fine.
What?
I mean,
I was gonna say, like, pull out the cables to its arms and legs so it just sits there.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I can interface with it.
Yeah, snapping his neck doesn't mean it can interface with it either, because its main cogitate unit's probably going to be in the brain pan. You would need to, like, disable it, or disable the countermeasure first. But if you disable it, if suddenly the person controlling it suddenly goes, oh hey, time for kill mode, this thing's not going to be a threat to us then, if you just pull out its fucking limbs.
Thinking.
Have I pointed out how this thing is fucked? Covered in rust,
yes.
You know, joints are covered in this hideous, dark, filthy oil. Doesn't look like it's been maintained or had any type of service in an eon or so. You know, just okay.
I pull out my last gun and will try to cleanly shoot his head off. I mean, to
That works.
disconnect his head from his body.
Put a las bolt through its eye or something like that. Basically helpless, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
but that might damage the cyberware. I don't want to damage the cyberware. I just want to depower it and then read it out.
I mean, the thing is, if this was a normal, standard servitor, you'd know where its power housing system is. You'd know where all these... You've never seen anything this abominable before. So you don't know
the
if
DJ's
it's
back.
meant to be here, you know, where
Hang on.
every other servitor would have its power core, or if it's somewhere else, or if it's... And where there's so much
Jim.
dirt and grime and rust on it, you can't see where, you know, certain connectors are. So it's hard to say, like, oh yeah, you just hit it here and you'll take it out. You have no idea. But you have some idea, but you've never seen this version before. So
Albie, I say we go with plan A and let the degenerate clean it with her tongue. Oh hey, Jim's here. Nope, no response. Okay,
Did I hear
never
you
mind.
correctly with clean it off with her tongue?
Yeah, it's covered in dirt, muck, grime, and oil. May as well. What the fucking use? Oh hey, Jim's back. Hey Jim,
Hello,
welcome
Jim.
back.
I would ask Kalindra to decapitate.
I'm back.
I would
Panic
ask.
slapping on the fucking.
I would ask.
What did I lose?
Nothing yet.
Oh
No, what happened? And why am I supposed to kill something?
Never mind.
We encountered a drilling servitor that is made of a psyker, and I'm trying to interface it without blowing out my own brains.
I'm sorry.
Albie, did you actually mention to us that it was a psyker?
No, I have, for certain.
no, you haven't.
I'm sorry.
No, you haven't. You were on the floor screaming, and then you went into, oh, there's a data cache. Oh, I'll read the data cache. Oh, okay, I'm gonna try and take this thing apart.
Yeah, because if you bring up the fact that it's a psyker, we have a psyker in the party still.
Oh,
That
right.
way you don't have to fry your brain, we can fry its brain.
Fair enough.
Do not forget.
So Abby
Not only that-
performs a Psyniscience.
I'd be happy to kill it.
I was about to, if it was going to kill Cray even more.
I mean, I was about to to decapitate it with my last gun.
I was going to hit it with the chainsword while you were plugged into it. If you couldn't remove the cable, then I realized I could just remove the cable myself.
So Abby
Oh, yeah.
does
Stop.
a Psyniscience test. She tells you that there is a really faint psychic will coming from it, but it's not powerful at all.
When you say psychic will, that means there's some psychic trace of a living creature in it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there
it's
a
psychic-
spark of
it's
psychic
psychic-
intelligence
it's
in this?
it's
Or is it
psychically
just...
no, she knows it's psychically active. She hasn't checked if it's like she's just done a Psyniscience, as you can tell. Oh no, it's psychically active. It's a level 1 psyker. It's not like using a power or anything. She can't really tell you unless she goes and touches it and starts doing psychically things to it to be like, yes, it has a mind. It's screaming at me.
Ah, yes. Do you speak its language? Yes. That's pretty universal.
And after seeing what happened to Cray, she's like, no.
Yeah, okay. I think we just leave it here. Just carry on.
Can I request Galindra 10 to kill it so that you can salvage it?
If
I don't know why it's specifically me, but I'm happy to do it. So I just go to the back of it and,
Because you have the melee weapons. And
I mean, I can do it with a chain sword if you like.
I mean,
no, I mean, it is a target like that is not resisting, right? This.
Hang on, if you
Yeah,
plugged into
not
it and you just
resisting.
kept hearing screaming, would that help your juju?
That is actually a good thing to ask. Is this thing in enough pain that I'm actually feeding from it?
Not that you're aware of.
Okay, so it's just screaming, but I'm feeling pain. So
No,
if it's not,
Well, it's not
No, no,
screaming.
no.
You need to plug into it to know that
Albie
it's screaming.
plugged into it and released its psychic will, which was a scream within his mind of all its torment and pain. You guys don't hear the scream, and it's not giving off a psychic power. It's because Albie plugged himself into the bloody thing that it activated in that manner.
Did Albie? Oh, sorry, did Cray feel enough pain from that to feed me?
No, it's not pain.
You did get insanity points.
It's horror.
In that case, I'll just stab it in the back of the neck, just severing, the connection, I guess.
So
Straight through the.
As you bring the
cervical.
spear, or as you bring your weapon down, the metal housing surrounding the cybernetics is just paper thin. Your blade just rips through it straight into the main housing for all the cybernetic motions and functions, the data highway for its cybernetics, and severing it cleanly and easily. The stench of rotting, festering cybernetic wear as its head falls and spills this gunky, disgusting, putrid fluid. The smell is far worse than any rotting corpse. It has like an ozony smell, a dead battery tang to it. The neck stump is spurting out its vital oils and fluids, and again, they're rank, they're thick, gloopy, chunks are in them that just show that this servitor has not been serviced in God Emperor knows however long. As it falls to the ground, the again metal housing around its knees, its legs, just breaks open, spewing forth this disgusting, stinking fluid that, again, you don't understand exactly why this fluid is like. Some of it's oil, and you expect that. Some of it's like hydraulic fluid, and you expect that, and lubricants, of course. There's this like
I mean,
like cottage
I have
cheese like substance that you can only really, for any of you who have a medical degree of medical experience, it's like when a cyst gets lanced and it's just spewing forth this organic matter that even those of you who are not in the Adeptus Mechanicus are like, why is the servitor bleeding out filthy, organic, stinking matter?
Why does the servitor smell?
Kalindra does have medication, and she did stab it with a spear, so she's going to be stepping back as to let it hit her. She's just going to clean the tip of the spear in the sand.
You Buttermouth and Thomas all step back as you've all been sprayed with the fluids that have come forth, and it's rank. It smells.
I'm just going to look at Cray. You owe me 2 new spears and something else that I'm not quite sure of yet. I'm just gonna get a rag and start cleaning myself if it's sprayed at me.
It stinks and it's oily, and it's the wiping only smears it in more. Try to get one of the clotted cream.
Don't
cheese.
wipe it, dab it.
You try to grab one of the clotted cream-like chunks, and it turns out to be really oily. So when you grab it, it just leaves an oil smear, and it's just like, oh no, just like wiping it, and it just wipes into the fabric. It's like, oh.
I'm gonna roll medicate to see if there's any possibility of this diseasing me.
I can tell you now, don't eat it. Wash your hands.
Not gonna.
Eat it.
What if we put it on full on?
Holy fuck, my dice rolls today. I have no fucking idea.
What you're saying is,
I'm just gonna chuck it on the floor. The chunks go like you.
Can I easily recover the cyberware, or will I need to spend some hours on it?
If you are going to use that, do be aware that you cannot be anywhere near me for like 6 years. Because that thing stinks.
Trey, as you waddle your way over, you roll the servitor over, spraying the goop onto your robes. You kneel down, in the goop, leaning close to get a good look at all the cybernetic bits and bobs and things within the ruined housing. As the juices have left, and left the what should be servitor mechanical components much easier to observe, they are just still covered with this black treacly substance. And what I mean is the housing for the arm is gone, so you can't use the arm as a servitorized arm because the housing's just been obliterated, but the inside of it is still covered in like molasses treacly substance. And as you reach in and try and grab forth something, you're just like, okay, well, let's see what comes out. The gloopy, organic, disgusting substance getting onto your hands. You reach in and you feel this horrible grinding, crunching noise as you try and pick up the pieces and you bring them forth in your hand. You take your other hand and you begin wiping away, and okay, that's a cog, and as you look at the surface, it's all pitted and like basically fucked. You drop it onto a stone, and it's so fragile it just breaks.
I see.
Like these are components that are suffering from severe. Oh, what is it?
Neglect?
No, so essentially a servitor can only run for so long. If it runs for a certain amount of time, it goes haywire. If it's able to go haywire and wander off, its components can't be reclaimed and properly maintained. Because even the most beat up servitor that's still doing its job, its components have still had some maintenance done on them. The oil has been refreshed, or sacred unguents have been added to keep the metal strong. These things have just been left to deteriorate. Like looking at the components now, it's a miracle to the Omniscient that this thing was actually able to carry on its function. Because as you look at all the metal inside, it's corroded, it's pitted and gnarled and rusted from within. It's okay, it's not actual rust, but it's like the strength of the metal has been leached out from this organic goop that's mixed in with it. Because by the Omnisire, it should not smell like this.
I don't suppose I can attempt to reclaim the jackhammers? Or are those also too far gone?
I mean, as you
The
roll
entire
over
thing
the
is
arm,
fucked.
where it came down again, the housing's all cracked, and as you look inside, the pistons and everything is just rust covered.
I have a question.
No.
Do I need to roll awareness, or can we still hear the bangings in the canyon, or has it completely stopped?
The banging has not completely stopped. The sound of
There's more of these things.
the really distinctive one has stopped, but you can still hear this like. It's much quieter than the sound of the metal hitting, and as you're listening, it's difficult. Is there like a? Is there a? Now that the louder noise has stopped, you're beginning to hear some other noises that are coming through. And again, this is whilst you have a continuous screeching sound coming whenever the wind blows. And there is a constant breeze that blows through. It's just differing strengths. So there are definitely other noises that are coming from, well, for you guys, it's through hit.
I'm just gonna. Perhaps we shouldn't have killed this monstrosity. I'm just thinking. We kind of gave ourselves away.
The Omnisire protects.
Yeah. Didn't protect him.
Well, he didn't worship the Omnisire.
I'm just going to raise a single eyebrow. Whatever you say.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I guess we proceed onwards. Cautiously.
Well, how far are you going? Also, you'd notice that the Martinmouth points out to you, very smart space folk, cart not fit through there.
Oh. If this was the only way in, I guess we make camp somewhere and make excursions on foot.
I am returned.
Martinmouth has pointed out the cart will not fit through the gap.
Oh boy. Okay. Wait, it's like valley shaped, isn't it? So it is like a V, like that.
Canyon.
Kind of. Yeah. Oh no! Hang on. Is it a straight line or is it partially diagonal? I mean, like these walls.
Canyon, so it's vertical, isn't it? Well, don't get me wrong. There is a slight curve to it, but the GM's telling you that it won't fit through. So
yeah, okay.
You can try. You've got weapons. You can try and you can lift it up. You can make it. You can try to get it through, but that's.
That's what I mean. I just want to know if it was like slightly angled like that, because if it was, it would be a case of we could lift it and then.
I don't know why you're. So the light, the sand color is the part that you guys can move through freely.
I know. No, I'm doing that as an example of how the walls look.
Because
that was me. So these things here, I was wondering if they're like shaped like that, or is it like that?
There's a gradient to the walls. Yes, there is a gradient. They're not completely vertical, but it's not enough that it's gonna make much difference when the cart is too large to fit through. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Like I said, you can spend the time to unload the cart, get the herd beast through, take the wheels off the cart, turn it, walk it through. It's just going to take you a couple of hours to get it through. And you are noticing that there are more rocks that are appearing, and this might not be the only part of the canyon that gets tighter.
I think
Like
if we
you
can
said.
stash it in here for now and just take the herd beast by itself. We could use some of these boulders and stuff to just kind of hide it here in this little alcove pot, perhaps, and then just take the herd beast with us and then use it as more of a.
Sounds good to me.
As long as we know where it actually is, like maybe leave a little marking or. Oh yeah, no, hang on. Dead servitor. That's a pretty good fucking marking, actually.
Don't forget that I do have a GPS. I do have a locator matrix, so I know wherever I was on this entire planet.
That's fair. Okay.
I basically can't get lost. I always know where I am.
Excellent. Okay.
Though I do need the map to make use of it, because it's relative information.
Right. Well, first things first. Hide cart. Move a rock into passage. Hide cart. Leave servitor there. Don't touch servitor. You'll fucking stink. And then we can carry on through the gap just with Bessie and everyone
Cray
else on
already
foot.
stinks from the juice.
So Cray is going to have to stand over there,
sprayed,
or just move the rocks by himself.
And Muttermouth and Thomas also got a little bit on them, so they're not too happy either.
No, I'm thinking, I'm wearing clothes. Those are the two. They have fur.
Oh no, Thomas
stink.
Thomas has clothes. Muttermouth doesn't. Well, he has like a loincloth.
Oh, but so.
You can cover up the important parts.
It's gonna spray them, in their fur. So
yeah,
that shit's gonna.
Thomas might have been lucky.
Stink for a while.
Thomas might have been lucky. Muttermouth probably not. Probably not for Muttermouth. Oh, so you wanted to move some rocks. Okay. So sure, you can move some rocks. They are big. They are heavy. You want to give strength tests, or do you just want to take it? There's going to be about an hour, well, half an hour moving rocks.
Yep.
Okay.
That is less time than it would have taken to dismantle the cart and move it through there, so it's fine.
Yeah, a lot less. I can't remember where the rocks should be. It'd be under. Oh, that. So sure, you could move some rocks over into the way, to close off access a little bit. What would you like to do then? Next.
All right.
Well,
We'll look at the Eldar who stinks, and the Tech Priest who stinks, and go into the gap. Sorry. Is there? What's through the gap? Things over there? Go check.
Hey, Trey stinks a lot. Trey had his hand all up that ass.
Well, yeah, but he stinks a lot, and you stink, and you're a fucking Xeno. So
yeah, so I'm not going first. He can go first.
I go first. I go forwards. Boldly.
Okay. I will follow behind.
Okay. So.
Oh yeah, will you stop?
I'm just going to say,
shit.
I almost wish we would just, go back, get clean, and then come back. It's not that fun. Oh well.
I'm thinking to myself, you really want to walk an entire day's travel back and back again, just to go wash yourself when you okay.
There
Something
was a
you did
river
by
not too
yourself.
far away.
It was a river.
About
Not a
about
days
2
of-
hours away.
Yeah.
Sure. Ah,
Said to that, I'm going to look
no,
at.
you know what? If you walk through the gap and you find something interesting, you can go back and
I found this berry.
find a berry.
Berry. Or a berry.
Yes.
Does it look hostile?
No, this one is currently like trying to move. So it seems as if it's dug out a hole and it's trying to turn to the right to then dig another hole. But it keeps going. It keeps moving, but then the power fades and it goes back to the start. But it keeps moving slightly, but then the servos give out, and then it just moves back to where it was at rest. And then it powers up a little bit.
Can I, is this one also as worthless as previous servitor?
Yes.
I pick up a rock and throw it at him.
Give me a ballistic skill with a plus 60.
I succeeded.
You actually hit it in the head. You strike it in the skull and it dies. This black goop just starts oozing out of its skull. I was going to have you hit it in the head. I was like, I hope he rolls a 10 of some digit. You got a 60. Straight to the
Just
belly.
fucking domes it in the head. Okay. All I see is like, I find a buddy, picks up a rock, fucking throws it, domed it. It's like, oh,
Pretty much.
why am I so close to Cylindric? Get over there.
You're the one that got close to me. Fuck off.
There's only
Get
so
over
much
there.
space and you're all gathering up. You know, all scared.
Yeah.
Of the spell.
No, I don't want to smell bad. I'll start poking her with my spear if need be. Go on, get in there.
If you're saying that out loud, I'll just flicker some of the goop your way. Like, yeah.
It's just there with the sword. Like, go on.
The wind is blowing this
Ooh.
way, so technically, you know, you're all downwind.
Yeah, that's probably worse. Quite
Downwind of
honestly.
prey.
All right. Okay, if no one wants to fucking move, come on.
I'll move ahead.
God fucking damn it! We both picked the same spot to move to.
And I'll look around. You just like me too much, even though you say you don't like the Xeno. And I rolled a 98. Fuck!
There we go. I'm back to my good old rolls.
I haven't rolled. That's all. I rolled a single good roll this entire session. Everything else has been 90s or above.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
So we have two paths. Oh, look. Hey, another one. I'll walk this way to see what's around the corner.
I
Oh,
found.
hey, another one.
I could take a piece of rock and aim at this one's head. Just
What? Why do I have a feeling like this is just going to be...
you know,
Ooh.
I have a bad feeling about this, but I'm still gonna do it.
I'm keeping my my chainsword drawn, but not revved, and the shotgun automatic pistol. Ooh. Oh, it actually does get cut off, huh?
A few more here. I don't suppose. Will we kill all of them, or will we just move onwards and ignore them?
So, as you get further, oh fucking hell! Sorry, stream. Forgot to move me. There we go. They didn't move that far. You didn't miss that much. Fine. They just moved over. They saw a few more. Look, there's one down there. There's one over there. There's another big one there. You didn't miss much. I'll zoom out a bit. There you go. Yeah, but that's too far. See, that's the issue. It's too far then. Yeah. Okay. So as you get further in, you do notice that there are more of these really, really fucked rundown servitors, all carrying out this like final protocol of whatever the fuck it was they were last doing before they got into this state. The smoke is pretty much on this side of you, so the smoke is basically over in this direction-ish. So you're going in the right way. However, as you get round to this corner, you hear the sounds of a weapon you have never heard before, and it seems to be coming from this direction.
What direction?
This direction. So it's coming from behind you, coming as the canyon would direct the sounds towards you. It definitely sounds like an energy weapon. It's like this. It sounds fast firing. It's definitely not a single slow shot. It's firing rapid fire. And then you hear the sounds of just make sure it's that one. That one. What in the hell was that? Okay, roll 20 being roll 20. So you hear the sound. God damn it, I need to find out if this is. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Did Rogue Trader change their servitors? Okay. You hear what sounds like an autogun. I'm going to have to double check on this later on. It says autogun. I'm going to believe that it's an autogun, but I'm pretty sure that it should be like a heavy stubber. So I'll double check on Rogue Trader's servitors in a moment. But yeah, you hear the sound of what it sounds like an autogun fire coming from again a very similar area to the unknown energy weapon sound.
All right. Immediately going to kick into action, and I'm going to double back.
I'm gonna peek over that side, and I'm gonna try to see if I see anything.
Right. Quick check of down this region here. Cray, can you double check down further down to see if there's another way around? Potential flank.
I will.
Move Abby up to support him, and move Mothermouth and the laborers back around with us, and keep Thomas
With Bessie?
with Cray.
And who has Bessie?
Bessie's staying with these two guys, so they're probably one below us.
Cool.
Hang on, I need to check something. Where would that have even been? Where would that have been? This stuff, maybe? It could have been on... I have a feeling I expected the players to have done something by now, but they never did it, which makes it a bit difficult as to how I was meant to have first contact be made. But never mind, it's fine.
Don't worry, we'll just throw more rocks at the servitors.
Yeah, I'm sure this will work out, not horrendously and tragically at all. Okay.
We finally arrive, and the person who survived the crash is just fucking dead, and the servitors just looting the place.
So,
I kind of hope it's Tau so we can get a nice Tau railgun, but I don't expect so.
I imagined, because I'm pretty sure you guys have you guys have loads of stuff that you get and you never look at. I'm pretty sure you have a Voxcaster, but you never fixed it. So
I don't think we did.
You do.
No, I don't think we did.
You have a Voxcaster.
Well, we do have a Voxcaster. It's in the team. It's in the team box.
So yeah.
Why is it not on my to fix list?
I don't know.
Probably because people don't check inventory lists regularly, or it's not in easily to find places. So, well, first contact is meant to happen, but how are we all doing for time at this moment?
I have time.
I'm good for another 20-30 minutes. Yeah, where the hell did the Voxcaster go?
I didn't know we had one. So.
Yeah, you got it from the buildings within Izmir. It's where you got the salvaged auger array from as well.
Wait, why isn't it my sheet?
I didn't touch that shit, so...
What? That actually, no, I think that's my fault. I think I was supposed to move it from my sheet to the group sheet, not... I think I just kept it on my sheet. Shit, sorry about that.
So it was all Getty's fault all along.
Yes, it was my fault.
Damn it, Getty. Damn it.
I mean, hang on. No, hang on.
Oh no, so apparently, yeah, Rogue Trader...
Wait, no, there it is. What are you talking about? No one fucking looked at it. God damn it.
Rogue Trader has autoguns on. Okay, so yeah, you hear autoguns and yeah, I didn't put down heavy bolters or stubbers, so yeah, you hear autoguns in the distance. You can have a plasma cannon on a... Huh.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe I did that for a different one. Who knows?
I forgot we had that picture.
Eat this. Do you want to show do you want to show the stream the party supplies picture?
Don't think this should.
Yes. You should hang on.
Excellent.
Excellent. One. Where's the other one? So here's things the party are going to do.
Things that.
This is what I have to work with. Like, okay, let's see what the party have got planned. Oh.
Full scale planet wide cat girl harem. When the hell did I write that? Or was that me?
That was you. I'm
Was it
pretty
me?
sure. Pretty sure it was you.
It's like, oh dear.
Oh.
Oh dear.
See, when we actually get back into the swing of things, where it's not been, 3 months since our previous session,
I mean,
not counting last week.
I do know what I want to do.
Diddle the Foxcaster.
Yeah, that I also want to take over the Titan battalion.
You don't have Titans yet.
Keyword yet.
Yeah,
We
true.
also need to start the Sekun Rika farm.
That's also true.
God damn it, man.
So, as I have procrastinated here, and procrastinated well, I have just realised that I am missing a character sheet that technically I never added. So I certainly hope you've enjoyed this episode, because I can't actually continue without the fucking character sheet. I've got so many different character sheets, and I haven't got this one. Like, oh yeah,
Typical.
I needed that, didn't I? I needed that particular character sheet. So
God damn it.
basically, if everyone gets into position, we can kind of get through a round or two of combat if you want. It's just
Is there combat
technically
on this map?
Yeah, kind of. Depends on what your actions are.
I mean, do I spot anything down south here?
Yeah, small canyon.
More canyon.
So
Need more canyon.
if you stop moving your tokens and roll your initiatives,
Oh.
and I will. Unfortunately, there's no real way for me to...
Look at my rolls.
Oh,
when I need high numbers, it goes low. When I need low numbers, it goes high. For fuck's sake.
Oh, shut up, Eldar. I rolled low. I only have 15 fucking initiative.
Let me be sad, okay? Shush.
Now, hopefully, fingers crossed, you won't see this. Is there a GM button on this sheet? I don't think there is. So we'll have to see.
Oh wait, no, hang on. Could have swore there was. Hang on.
I can't even remember where initiative is anymore. I'm like, hang on a minute. There it is.
It's on the armor and defense.
Yeah, I found it now. So that should have a 2 in it. 2. And roll. No, it came up. Oh no, good.
So like the character name rolls.
Yeah, good. That'll do. Did it actually come up on the sheet? Oh my god, there's so many. There's so many. I didn't delete them.
Oh, you didn't clear the turn order from last time, did you?
No, I didn't. Sorry, I haven't actually reorganized them. So
if it's in the GM layer, we won't see it on the turn order.
Who rolled first today? Was it Cray? It was a Heinrich. Oh, hang on. What? Wait. It was Kalindra 15. No, it was Kalindra 15.
Kalindra 15,
yeah, so
then
15,
me 6,
10,
and then Cray 10. Oh, yeah, I forget you're actually seeing multiple of us.
And then what I'll do is I'll have their token act after that. Yeah. Okay. So, just trying to figure out if I can very quickly get this token onto the board. I probably can't. Do you know what? We're going to end it here. because I don't know how far this token can move either. So sadly, for the first time in a long time, me forgetting to add a character sheet. I swear I already added it. I swear I'd added it.
Wait, see, when
I
you
guess I
hit stop recording, you'll see it like at the very bottom of the sheet, just under like in another folder said, "Don't forget to add."
Yeah. So the thing is, so normally, like the reason why I'm like, no, I must have forgotten it, is because I would have uploaded a token for it to have, and the only thing I can see here is my weird new servitor, a lot of furries, some stuff from Dark Heresy, like the Scout Sentinel. I've not seen the token that I was meant to have added, so I must have forgotten to do it. So we will have to end off here, but in the next episode, we will find out what this strange, weird energy noise is that's firing off in the distance. And our group will be heading off towards the crashed site or whatever it was that crashed. So many things to be happening in the next episode. So, certainly hope you've enjoyed and are looking forward to the future episodes to come. Thank you all for watching. Take care, everyone. And as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye. Fucker.
That was a sad goodbye. Bye-bye, everyone.